First things first. Whew. Good morning. It's Boxing Day 2020 and I'm going to have a cup of tea, which I believe cures all ills, and I'm going to read to you the blog which I have just written and published, and it's called "It's Not Good to Embrace a Pathological Mistrust of Each Other." So, little tiny sip of tea. Yum. There is a bigger picture. We must keep this in mind. Do you remember what was normal for you a short while ago? Do you remember that we held each other's hands? We kissed each other in greeting. And when we saw people we loved, we hugged them. It felt good and normal. When we needed a friend, if we had one, we could go and see that person. We made plans to go away on holidays, to explore, to relax, to experience a different place for a week or so. Do you remember when it was normal to greet people and smile? And do you remember when we could travel the streets on the way to somewhere or other, and if there were loads of other people going about their business, we didn't mind? Do you remember when things that annoyed or disturbed you were not other people frightening the life out of you by coming too close? And that your home was a place you lived in, from where you walked out into that big wide world out there without a second thought? That is normal. That was normal. That is still normal. It is not abnormal. A while ago, maybe you were too busy and longed to get off the merry-go-round. Perhaps the world was a little too crazy, and you felt you were caught up in it without being able to get out. Perhaps you didn't actually like what you were doing, who you were seeing, or who you were. Maybe you were tired, resentful, stuck, and feeling lost. Or maybe you were inspired and excited about your future, about what was happening in your life, and you were who you were with. It might be that things were going well for you after a period of preparation and hard work. It may be that you were excited about a new grandchild coming and planning to go and support and help your own child adjust to being a parent now. Or, finally, you had found a good and wholesome home for an aged person, and you were able to breathe a sigh of relief. The business of caring and worry was taken care of, and now you thought you can visit your aged person and simply love them. Those things are normal. Whatever your belief in what is happening around you, whatever you are doing or not doing, I want us to remember that what is happening now is not normal. It is not good nor usual to live with fear and anger. We used to know people who lived in fear and anger, and we didn't want to spend much time with them. It is exhausting to be them and to be with them. It's not good to believe we are in danger at all times unless we are in isolation. Depression and loneliness and fear do not protect us from death. Nothing protects us from death. You have one life, so live it. It's not good to allow our minds to be so filled with dread and to agree, bit by bit, to actually embrace pathological mistrust of each other simply existing in the same space as us, as if this was going to make us live. not even live longer, but actually to live at all. And it is not good for us to carry the burden of belief that we, against our will, and all our beliefs in the sanctity of life, will kill anyone who comes near us. That is not normal and not good. We are in a double bind. We need to stay alive at all costs, and we must keep each other alive at all costs. Once we are in this state of mind, it will take a miracle to get us out of it. The beliefs that put us there do not just evaporate, and though they are new beliefs, they feel real, very real. So real that we do not see a time when we will ever think otherwise. The past is another country. The future is this, what we are doing now. And we do not know whether they are true or not, these beliefs, because they feel so real. So I am saying, do not narrow your focus down to this way you are living now. Remember what was real all your life up until now. Don't forget. Keep it in mind. If you feel there is nothing you can do about your fear and isolation, if you feel there is a need for you to diminish yourself and all those around you in order to stay alive, and, very dangerous thinking, to keep them alive, that is a dreadful burden you should not be carrying. It makes you very vulnerable to bad thinking. Then you have agreed to give away your power. There seems to be a greater fear of judgment from each other for not being a good and paranoid citizen than from any illness. It feels real, but is it true? Christmas time is coming. Perhaps it is with a sigh of relief that we will police each other and not have to spend time with anyone. Perhaps it is what you wanted all along. Perhaps it is not, and it is breaking your heart. But rules is rules, and if you don't comply, not only will you be judged fiercely and cruelly, but you run the risk of being perceived as a serial killer. It is possible too that your heart is breaking because all you have created has been crushed in the name of this safety and mistrust. Maybe you are facing a nothing because your business is perceived as dangerous. So in the name of safety, it has to go. So does your future. And so do your friends and family. The long and the short of it is that you, in order to comply, must cease to exist. For your own good, and that of everyone else. And then what? Well, we are to stay at home alone, and all things we would leave our house for are removed. So we stay at home alone and grateful that we are alive. And then what? Take back your power. You have one life. Decide if this is what you agree to, and if you do agree to it, can you see that it is working? How many lives have you saved so far, and how many near misses with death have you had? And can you tell me just how many people you have lost because of this illness? I am a grandma, and I am not afraid of death or of you. You can do nothing to me, nor I to you, by simply breathing. I am not afraid of the world, of being together with my friends and family, and I am not afraid of being human. I am simply not afraid of you. Isolated and frightened people do not behave very well and do not think clearly for themselves. Is this you? What are you afraid of? Love is all. Self-love is also all. Love and fear are part of our human condition. If fear wins, then what you will do, agree to, and accept in the name of dealing with your fear will not be love. Love is bigger, wider, brighter, courageous, and a truth-seeking thing. I choose love. I wanted to read that to you because it says everything that I want to say. Christmas has passed yesterday. I wrote that just before Christmas. I think the most difficult thing at the moment is the fact that we have given away our power, and we do need to take it back. When I woke up this morning, I felt such a weight of sadness and loss because we are now in tighter restrictions. And I just felt the weight of loss and loneliness and nothingness. And then I thought, that is all giving away my power. So if I take back my power, what do? And you know, the first thing to do in taking back my power this morning was to stand up. It was to get out of bed, where it would have been very easy to stay. But, as King Lear says, nothing comes of nothing. So, get up. So I got up and I stood up. And I thought it was so easy there to make a decision not to take my power back. And I did make a decision to take my power back. And I have taken it back. I can't change what's going on outside, but I can change me. I can make sure that I do what I need to do, and I remember who I am. I am an artist. I am a grandmother. I support people at the end of life. I support people with loss and bereavement. That's who I am. I'm also a human being. I am a mother. I am a friend. I'm a daughter, a sister, an aunt, a cousin. I'm even a godmother. So all those things are important. I am not just a frightened, lost person. So I have taken my power back. I'm back in the studio today, and I will paint, and I will not give in. And I suggest you don't give in either. Take back your power. Take back your power right now. Ask yourself, what one thing can I do for myself right now which is lovely, and then do it. It may only be sit down. Well, sit down. I think that we get lost thinking about how we feel now and how we would like to feel, and think that how we would like to feel is so far in the distance that we can't even see it. I say it is as close as that. Start with small steps. What wonderful thing can you do for yourself right now? And then do it. Have the most lovely Boxing Day, and I will upload another video soon. Yes, and I will explain what's been going on here in this household. God bless. Bye.